life after basketball. You've been a student athlete, a quality player, and now you're a coach. You talk about LSU, Tiger Nation, and then you talk about Texas Southern in the Houston area and HBCU ball. How satisfying is it for you personally as a coach? Again, guys are able to earn a degree.
I couldn't be more excited. Anytime you look up and see the number of guys that we've got graduated, we've got 6 guys on this team that have graduated. 2 of them, the 3 of them are post-grad guys as well, and I couldn't be more excited. And then we've got other guys that are on course to graduate in May. So you feel like you're doing the right thing. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that we can impact these guys socially and spiritually, athletically, and academically, and we feel like if we can cover those 4 pillars, at the end of the day, something special is going to happen to them, and they can go out into the real world and into society and make an impact in the community in which they live, and that's something that we get excited about every day.
Coach, God willing, the next time we do an interview, we'll be in Birmingham. Swac, March Madness, the tournament. What do you envision happening between now and then?
We have to play extremely well. You know, at the end of the day, you've got to make sure that you do a great job of finishing in the top so you can have a great seeding in that tournament and going in there and getting ready to play. That's going to be first and foremost. And then once we get there, we've got to make sure that we're really locked in and understand how important each game is in that tournament. If you want to, again, that guy sitting around on that Sunday trying to find out if you're who you're playing, not if you're playing, but who you're playing on that day on Selection Sunday.
Coach Jones, in closing, are there any final comments you want to make as we think about your basketball team, HBCU, Black History, LSU, basketball, the legacy, and whatever you want to say?
Well, I'm just excited about where I am and having an opportunity to impact the young men's lives that I have an opportunity to be a part of each day, and especially in the community in which I live now, where our school's set there in the 3rd Ward in the Trey in Houston, Texas. We feel like we've doing a tremendous job of daily helping these guys rise and continue to believe in living out their dream, doing what they enjoy doing, and at the same time, we're hoping that we are giving back and adding to their lives in a special way. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. And I couldn't be at a better place with a better group of people with a tough, great administration have an opportunity to do that.
Coach, one last question. In closing, LSU, Big John Williams, Ice, yourself, Coach Brown, and the guys. Talk about that team and again, playing some quality basketball.
Well, I was glad to play with obviously Ice, and then I had an opportunity in '81 to be on a Final Four team, and in '86 coaching John Williams and going back to a Final Four. But we had numerous guys in there from Shaquille O'Neal, Stanley Roberts, Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. So I had a great experience at LSU from 4 years of playing, 13 as assistant coach, and being back there as a head coach for 5 years. It was a special place. It was an opportunity for me to cut my teeth at a high level in a great place, and with some great guys, learning from a guy who is a legend, and Dale Brown, who they named the floor after just a few weeks ago. So I couldn't be happy from in which I came, which allows me to make the impact that I am now into young men's lives.
Coach, last question. We hear so much about HBCU football, but how special is HBCU men's basketball?
Well, I think it speaks for itself. I don't think there's any better stage in the world in terms of when guys get an opportunity to get to March Madness, and that's what people look for, and that's what they thrive for. And I think it's the greatest show in the world, and really in sports. And you can talk about your Super Bowls and national championship football games, but in basketball, at the end of the day, those teams that get in each have an opportunity to win a national championship, and there's no committee that's going to pick the 4 or 5 schools, 6 schools that have a chance to represent. So that's what we're excited about, and if we're playing well at the right time, we get a fair shot at doing the best we can and hopeful to continue to advance in these NCAA tournaments.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.